Hello, I'm James O'Brien, here to share with you some of the highlights of my year on LBC, although I've had no role whatsoever in selecting them and have no more clue about what's coming up next than you do.
And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
Whoa, okay, let's pause it right there because it happened, and almost before he'd put his arm back down again, people were pretending that it hadn't, or that this was a perfectly normal way to behave. I had to catch myself in the studio not doing it myself, because of course you could clip that and cut it and reproduce it entirely out of context and say, oh look, James O'Brien's done it as well. And I didn't do it in the studio, but people did just cut me waving, like literally at you, but in a slightly more exaggerated fashion, and claiming that anyone could accidentally give a Hitler salute at a rally full of far-right people. But Elon Musk, of course, actually did. Allegedly. Oh, there he goes again.
My heart goes out to you.
If you don't think it was a Nazi salute, why don't you do it at parents' night next time you're at your kid's school? Or just do it now if you're at work and see what happens. I think
this still holds, by the way. If you're watching this now and thinking that wasn't a Nazi salute at all, go to parents' night, go to the carol concert, go to the nativity play. Just do exactly the same thing, to a none.
I think that's probably the best way to test it. Do it. Make sure you do it twice as well, and make sure you hit your chest first before you throw your arm in the air, just in case there's any confusion about what's actually going on beyond the kind of far right sewers and the comment pages of various newspapers. Just do it next time you're on telly, if you're the kind of person that appears on Question Time, and see how you get on. Sorry to burst your lefty bubble, Jimbo. It's a Roman salute, not a Nazi salute. Elon is clearly saluting a modern-day emperor in Donald Trump. Mate, you didn't get the memo. You're supposed to claim that he's giving his heart to the audience, not saluting a modern-day emperor in Donald Trump. I don't expect for a minute that you will read this out, as it doesn't fit your... Any guess on what the next word is? Your woke lefty agenda. So Will's ended up defending Nazi salutes. I bet he didn't think when he woke up yesterday morning that he was going to go to bed arguing that there's nothing wrong with Nazi salutes, or that it's not. When is a Nazi salute not a Nazi salute? When Elon Musk does it.
I think you could see there the bit where I actually stopped myself from throwing my arm in the air in a simulacrum of Elon Musk, which was nice, because I didn't know that the next bit was following in the clip, and I've got no idea which one is going to be about either.
Listen to the bit where he sounds like a mewling, whining, pathetic little child threatening to tell teacher because you've just pulled his pigtails.
My kids are running the business. I'm here. You know what the activity, where are you from?
I'm from the Australian Broadcasting Corporation, Four Corners program.
The Australians, you're hurting Australia right. In my opinion, you are hurting Australia very much right now. They want to get along with me. You know, your leader is coming over to see me very soon. I'm going to tell him about you. You set a very bad tone.
I'm going to tell him about you. Mummy, he said some mean things. He said some mean words, and now I'm going to make a speech about how freedom of speech is under threat.
That's incredible, because that's going back a few months now, when that seemed notable and newsworthy. The President of the United States making no secret of the fact that he was effectively castigating journalists for doing their job and rewarding the journalists who didn't, the ones that queued up to essentially ask him, on a scale of 1 to 10, how wonderful would you say you were? But now, in December, that looks really mild, doesn't it, by the standards of what has followed? At least he didn't call him Piggy.
Desperate Starmer accuses Nigel Farage of not liking Britain. Oh!
I don't do these voices every day, do I? I don't know why they've picked two in quick succession that make me sound like I'm sort of broadcasting to you live from kindergarten, but I'm sure the occasion demanded it.
I mean, the great annals of political accusations, you don't like Britain, it doesn't get into the top 200, does it? He said, I didn't like Britain. Well, how could anybody who likes Britain praise Vladimir Putin, for example? How could anybody who likes Britain turn it into the first country in the history of humanity to impose economic sanctions on itself? But anyway, that is the crime of which the Daily Mail, of which Keir Starmer stands accused this morning by the Daily Mail. Do you know what happened the last time they brought in tariffs like this?
Oh, God, no, I haven't got a clue.
But doesn't it matter, Paul?
Tariffs. So much has happened this year, hasn't it? It's, extraordinary to reflect upon those little moments. I mentioned it a minute ago with the journalist, with Trump talking to the journalist. The analogy of boiling a frog. I've probably used it too much in the context of domestic politics over the years, but goodness me, the things that they do at the end of a process, that if they'd done them at the beginning of the process, we'd have been shouting from the rooftops, bloody tariffs. Even I'd forgotten about the moment they were introduced.
No,
I don't
I mean,
think it
that's
does.
why I
I think
find conversations like this fascinating. You voted for Brexit. You're making all the same arguments about Brexit. Brexit was an undiluted catastrophe, but this one will go really well.
Well, I'm not sure it's a catastrophe, was it?
What's your favourite bit?
Pardon me?
What's your favourite bit?
Of Brexit?
Yeah.
I think just controlling your own laws.
Which ones do we control now that we didn't control
Well,
before?
there's a lot now that we're not impacted by the EU that
Like
we
what?
were. I didn't like being dictated to by Brussels
Like
as a
on what?
country.
On what?
Well, whatever the silly laws came out of there.
No,
which
go on,
there
then,
were
give me
many,
one.
as you know.
Give me one.
Oh, come on. You know there were loads.
I can't think of one, but you can, because
There were loads
you know
that
that
came
there
out
are
of
loads.
Brussels.
Go on, give me one.
Don't be silly.
Give me one
You know,
law.
out of Brussels, there were loads out of
Give
Brussels.
me one.
And we
Why is that
there were
funny?
lots.
You voted for it. There are lots, and you can't name one.
Well, Brussels, we didn't have control of our own laws.
For
in this
example?
country. I can't think of an example.
No, well, I'll wait.
Pardon me?
I'll wait.
You'll have a long way. I can't think of an example.
No,
but
but
it's
you're
true,
bound to be
you know
able
it's
to, because there's loads. Paul just told me.
true.
So I'll wait.
You're very good, but no.
No,
you
I'm
know as
not.
well as I
I'm
do
not.
that-
I just
well,
care
you
about
know as well as
facts.
I-
That's 9 years after the vote, and people are still ringing me to complain about all the laws that they had inflicted upon them by Brussels, and they still can't name a single one. I don't know if that's very funny, actually, but it'll never get tired.